Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome to another preview and prediction video. We've already covered a pretty decent amount of groups already, but clearly have a ways to go until June. Alright, let's not waste any more time and just jump right in. So i-dle, who I would say belongs in the conversation as one of the most dominant groups coming out of the fourth generation. I mean, think of their wide variety of concepts to their absolute bangers such as Oh My God, Nude, Tomboy, Queen Card, etc., accompanied by all their day songs and music show wins throughout their career, showcasing how powerful they've been over the years. However, I would say ever since their contract renewal way back in 2024, and maybe even right after Queen Card, they just haven't really been hitting as hard as they used to. Now, I know about Mono, and like I keep saying, I'll be reserving any 2026 release for an upcoming video, but for most of 2025, there just hasn't really been anything that really felt like a highlight of their career. I mean, I go into more detail about their year in my girl group tier list video if you want to go check that out, but really, 2025 just felt like a bit of a stumble for them. Even so, they still managed to keep decent stats across the board. Now, I have no doubt that they'll be back in contention for being one of the top groups again. Well, mainly because they have Soyeon in their arsenal, which is like pretty much the hard carry in the group, and low-key all of Q before being honest here. Now, that's not to downplay the rest of the members. I actually think i-dle has some of the most impressive solo work across the fourth generation, especially from Yuki and Minnie, who have been cooking lately. But a lot of their work from last year just felt really bland, with the ballad on their Japanese release being like the only song that I really liked from them across 2025. But besides from their music, they've been working on their tour. And let me tell you, man, I bought tickets to go see them in August and they canceled on me.
What the hell no?
Y'all have no idea when I got that notification. I was screaming. And it was for the Orlando show. I would have loved another trip over there, as it was the same city I saw aespa in twice. And speaking of aespa, they're coming to Miami, so you already know I'm getting those tickets. And that's slated for September. But going into 2026, I think they will need to come out with something more creative. I mean, even with just some of the names of these albums, their Japanese album is literally just the group name. Like, 2025 just felt really mid through and through, and I know they're better than this. Now, besides that, do I have any complaints about them? Well, not really. I will say I low-key miss the days where i-dle were going crazy with the concepts, especially on the darker side. So if they could bring back some of that, that would be awesome. And I think it's fair to say that they're one of the best groups in the industry when it comes to concept and variety. Now, moving forward, I think they'll be just fine, but now that we're past their initial contract of 7 years, things will probably slow down in terms of group activity and releases, probably not on the level of Red Velvet or Blackpink just yet, but a lot of these groups within the fourth generation are reaching the end of their contracts, so think of ITZY, aespa and IVE in a couple years. I feel like things are going to look very different soon, or maybe not, because I feel like a lot of these groups have been much tighter together compared to most groups out there. So we'll see. Anyways, what about you guys? What are your thoughts on i-dle moving forward? And what are some other groups you'd like to see me cover before June? And there we go, another group in the books. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.